wanted to do a real quick video. Just tell your true, authentic experience. You joined our collective mastermind group not too long ago, and within a short period of time, you were able to do your first deal.
I actually had been following Ideli's for quite some time. Kind of had been seeing her transition from, realtor and kind of into the investing side. And then I started seeing that she was saying, how you can join her team and, she'll teach all the things that she's been learning. So I reached out to her, and I think this was back in May. Ended up having a call with her and decided to join. And since May, it's when I've been participating and, just part of the community. And I was able to close that first deal with you guys. The experience overall has just been great. I honestly never really thought that I would be able to do this. I've actually been wanting to get into the whole wholesaling investing for a while. When I was pregnant, which was almost a year ago, I had joined another community and I was pretty invested, but as my pregnancy went on, it was a little bit difficult towards the end. And even though I learned a lot in that group, I was under the impression that in order to kind of get involved in this investing world, it was only through acquisitions, making calls and things like that. And I currently have a 9 to 5 and I run a TC business that I have. So it's a little bit difficult for me to, make calls in addition to all the responsibilities that I have. And now I have my baby. But I felt a little, I guess, disappointed that I wasn't able to kind of take it where I needed to, because, I thought that was the only way. And then joining this group, with the masterminds that we've been having, the calls, I ended up learning actually through you that you had mentioned dispositions and, just being part of the community, the benefits that come with that, which is you guys share the deals with us and we could just market them. And I thought that was great because I'm trying to work with what I have in my current situation. And I felt like I have no excuse at this point. And that's literally how I ended up getting my first deal.
Walk us through a little bit about the actual things you did.
You guys shared one of the deals that you guys have under contract. One of the things that you actually went over is you share free ways to market a property or to acquire properties and things like that. So what I did was I just shared it on Facebook groups. I followed that video that you did. I went into the different Facebook communities and the groups. I started following them and just kind of being active on them, posting them, and that's pretty much how I ended up connecting with a lot of buyers that I actually still have connections with now. And then I send them properties, and then I'm getting my first buyer. The deal came with its obstacles, but I think that's normal when you're learning something new. And I looking back now, I'm extremely grateful that I messed up that much and I came with that many obstacles, because the next one is going to be just so much easier. And I just feel a lot more confident now. So I'm ready to close more deals.
We posted the deal. We were asking
$270.
That's what we were selling the deal for. You took it. You picked up a lead.
So I posted it. I actually had a few interested parties. There was a cash buyer and there was a hard money loan buyer. And based on just the process of how it works, whoever submits the deposit first gets the deal. So I just communicated that with the buyers that were interested, let them know how the process works. And the person who ended up submitting, which ended up being my buyer, submitting the deposit, was a hard money loan person. As far as like the negotiation, just kind of let them know how it works as far as we kind of help market the property. We communicate with each other in seeing if there's any other offers. I did let them know that there was offers at a certain specific price. And again, my buyer, she ended up offering, I believe it was 10K more than what we were asking. So just kind of let her know, hey, at the end of the day, it's whoever submits the deposit first. I sent her over the information and she ended up getting the deal because she was proactive and she ended up making that deposit.
So you made the extra money, so $10,000 on top. Plus, we were paying $2,500 joint venture fee. So all in all, you made $12,500 off your first deal.
Yeah.
Not a bad return on investment.
Not at all. I'm not complaining. It feels amazing, but it also emphasizes how important it is to build relationships with people, whether it's realtors, other wholesalers that can help you find a buyer. It's extremely, extremely important. So one thing that I do pride myself in, and I think that that's what helped me build relationship with some buyers and with other wholesalers, is that I was very responsive. Whether it was like, hey, it's no longer available and things like that, I make sure that I have my Facebook open and I'll go through every single comment and kind of stay active. And I think through Facebook, I have noticed that there's like points on your name or something. So I guess within certain groups, you get ranked on how engaged you are in that group. And that's just, I think, one of the main things that helps also build trust in people, that you're serious and you want to work together and build that relationship.
You now have a database of people that you can continue doing business with. And from there, you've actually gotten other people interested to make offers on other deals. There's like a momentum building on your side.
Well, I joined in May and I closed that property in June. Yeah, that's just where I'm focusing on now, keeping the momentum and continuing to build that database and just continue closing deals, learning more, and eventually be able to acquire my own properties, but in steps.
I do want to thank you for the 5 minutes, and hopefully this story inspires other people to follow in your footsteps. I will give you credit. It is solely on the fact that you have been an action taker. You, over most people that come through our program, have made it a point to just take the ball and run with it. So it is not surprising that the results you get are based off of the fact that your mindset plus your actual day-to-day operation and the things you do reflect the results. So I want you to feel good about where you're going and how you're starting, but also take as much credit as possible that you are responsible for this. And since you did it once, now you can do it as many times as you want.
So one thing that stuck with me when I met with Liz on like our initial call, she said a lot of people end up joining and at the end of the day, they don't take action. So it's what you end up putting in. And that just kind of stuck with me. And I said, I don't want to be that person. That's for sure. So I think that her just saying that said, I'm not going to be most people and I'm going to just figure it out. And that's what I've been doing. And it obviously paid off.
Amen. Yeah, no, it's 100%. And listen, we welcome all that's eager and hungry like you were. But how many people don't even show up to the live call? But we don't know if they're taking action or not. You have been active. You have been there. You've been asking questions. You've taken results. You've been able to get offers on a lot of deals that we share with you. And we put out the information and the opportunities, but you make it happen. So feel good about what you're doing. Feel good about your start. You are the rising superstar, and we appreciate you being a part of our group.
I love being a part of this group. I think that this is just the beginning for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.